everyone, welcome to Edusaksham. From wooden logs floating in the river to big aircrafts, the transportation has evolved just like the transformation of early man to modern civilized beings. In earlier times, much before when the engines were invented, people used animals for their transportation. But what about those who didn't have animals? They used to walk barefoot even to cover very long distances. Sad, isn't it? The water route was one of the popular routes in ancient time. We know that water has the tendency to flow and wood has the tendency to float. When wooden logs used to fall in rivers, they were carried to a long distance with the flow of water. People observed this phenomena very carefully and thought that if somehow we make a wooden log that could carry us, then our efforts of walking would reduce. Hence, the wooden log boats were invented. But wooden logs had one problem. They were broad from the front, and when it was required to give them a particular direction, huge effort was required. But humans are smart, so they started observing towards nature and found that a fish can flow in water very quickly. But what was the reason behind this? If we look at a fish carefully, we will observe that a fish is narrow from the front and broad in the middle. Thus, it is easy for it to cut the water. This shape is referred to as a streamline. Similar shape is obtained when a bird flies. Thus, people thought that if we could make such a shape, then it would be easy to cut the water and move in a particular direction. Hence, the boats were made. From wooden boats to wooden ships and then to giant aircraft carriers, we have invaded both river and ocean. The most revolutionary inventions in the history of transportation is that of the wheels. Initially, the pot makers used the wheels to mold the clay. A wheel, being a circular figure, was perfect for a smooth motion because it had no sharp edges. When people observed this phenomenon of smooth motion, they tried to implement it for transportation. Big wheels were attached to the animals. When the animals would move forward, the wheels would rotate with them. Thus, a smooth motion was obtained and animal carts were invented. Before animal carts were invented, people used to carry loads on their own or on the back of animals. Animal carts were used for a long time to carry humans and even goods. But the problem with animals is that they are also living beings. And a living being gets tired after moving long distances. Don't you? Also, the pace of animals was not too fast. Hence, the smart humans tried to figure out this problem. And thus, the engines were developed. Today, we have automobiles and aeroplanes that run on engines. So far, you have seen how transportation has evolved. One of the major inventions in the history of transportation was that of engine. We will study about development of engines in the upcoming videos. For more interesting stuff like this, keep on watching Edusaksham. Thank you.